Hello guys, welcome to another video. Today we're covering the Peacemaker 45 on the topic of revolvers. This one, if we just do a cheeky comparison to our regular pit. So let's just quickly looking at the Mateva, just a quick comparison. It actually has an extra chamber of shots, so it has extra 6 rounds, so it has an entire extra magazine in fact. Much faster rate of fire, but this is with pistol mods. If it did not, they would have it would actually have a faster fire rate because this base is only 240, which whereas this is actually 290, so it's a bit different in that respect. The damage is with the mods that I have on this. What mods do I even have on this? Okay, with the mods I have on this, that they're just the general, like probably one-shot mods I have, etc. It's 51 damage higher, same accuracy, which is fine. 3 more stability, less concealment, and less threat. But threat is unimportant, as is concealment, to be perfectly honest. So with this pistol, there is a total of 4 mods. So we've got the Grand Grip, which looks like this, which is just an ornate grip. Just a little ornate. Adds 2 stability if you really want more stability. Then I think the reason why, and then we got the long barrel, precision barrel of course, or the shootout barrel, which is of course a shorter barrel. Accuracy. So each one, 2 stability minus 1 concealment, 2 accuracy minus 2 concealment, and minus 2 accuracy plus 2 concealment. And then finally, we've got Old Ben's stock, which is actually really fun if you ever want to use that. It's actually a really fun build to do, actually, is using Old Ben's stock with a long barrel and also the Grand Grip shove an insane amount of stability, so it's really fun. So let's go to the range and start off with just the ornate grip. I will see you, the Grand Grip, sorry, ornate, grand, same thing. I will see you then. Jump cut. Oh, 1 second. Jump cut. Okay, so first off we have the ornate grip, which just adds the stability, so it's really, there's no significant no significant add-on. So it's just a grip after all, so there's really not much I can cover about it. It adds, what is it, extra 1 stability, should be edited in right there, just tell you the specs, that's what they're mentioning. So what I would recommend is use this on top of other modifications. You can't really use this solo, to be honest, because it's a bit silly otherwise, because it's just a grip after all. It adds 1 stability, which is not, to be honest, is pretty negligible for the minus 1 concealment, which for me, running a dodge build, I don't know how to shoot then, it's actually quite, that 1 concealment is the difference between me having an extra dodge, point of dodge. So it's very important for me. So let's go and look at the next next mod, so the barrel, I think. Let's have a look. Okay, now we have I think it's called precision barrel. So ridiculously long comparatively. And if you notice, let's try this. So let's just reload. So I think it is much better at follow-up shots. The one thing I really wish about this gun is that it actually had better hip fire, but we'll keep that for the conclusion. So this is the extended long barrel. As you can tell, actually, you actually, it isn't just negligible anymore. I can actually sort of feel the stability as I can just sort of shoot quicker with better accuracy. The one thing I have an issue with is the sight picture on this, because it almost, when I zoom in, it almost blurs out the sight picture, and it would be nice to actually know where I'm shooting. So if you look, it's at the very tip of the sight, which is, I mean, it's fine, but it's just sort of a bit weird. Let's ignore my ridiculous masks, like the tiny glasses and the mask I'm wearing currently. Let's ignore that. So it's pretty strong gun. This precision barrel increases the accuracy of the gun and how well it works. So let's go to the shorter barrel, the gung ho barrel, something like that. Okay, I'll see you in a second. So now we have the shorter gung ho barrel, and you can actually see the recoil is much higher with this pistol, like far higher. So it almost makes more sense to either take your shots slow or you know, something like that. You need to, because you can, you know, because of the fact it's a slap gun, the hand comes up, etc. So it's not exactly easy to use, this one. And also the most awful part of this gun has to be the shooting, the hip fire, because of course you can't put a laser on this revolver, unlike the Mateva, which is probably one of my favourite things about Mateva, is that you can put a laser on it. Although I will only ever use a short barrel, so it looks pretty silly. But but by volume of fire, this gun is exceptionally ridiculous. The amount it can shoot is just, it can just shoot 4 rounds at doing 144 damage in the space of about 4 or 5 seconds, which is just insane when you think about it. So we'll move over to the stock now. So we'll have a look at the stock, and then we will do a conclusion. See you with the stock, guys. See you in a bit. Okay, now finally we have the good old stock. Name and obviously stats will be in the top right corner. But I can actually notice a severe lack of recoil compared to the or more control over it without the short barrel, to be honest. So this mod gets Chris approved, definitely, this one, the stock, because it's very useful actually, and also it doesn't even look that silly when you swap either, to be honest. I can see myself using that quite a lot. So the stock, very self-explanatory, stops the recoil, makes the sight picture better. So we will go on to a final conclusion, which will actually be an omission this time, because I sort of want to show you the gun modded up for me. But can I just mention right now, I think with this mod, with my Kimbos, which are by no means modded for concealment, as you can see, lights, different type of slide, extended mags, you can't really see that type of stuff. And then this with just this, but I mean obviously I'm going to have grips and stuff. So I'm only at 7, which is 49 dodge with a pistol like this, and the amount of damage it's putting out with the Kimbos. That I can use for taking out just base enemies, and then when I've got dozers, just shoot them repeatedly in the face. It's a very, very good idea. So now we'll move on to some actual footage and the final conclusion. Ready, steady, final footage conclusion. Right. Just if you're wondering what I'm asking, the attachments that I'll be using right now will be in the top right hand corner. So an overview of this gun: it is exceptionally powerful, and it's definitely worth giving a shot, because the historic. But I would not recommend buying this just for the historic pack, like buying the historical pack just for this one weapon, because to be honest, the rifle is just so fantastic. I love that rifle. I mean, even though I get extremely low concealment when it's modded for concealment, I only get 29 concealment with like a 30 concealment secondary, like the M9, yeah. So I wouldn't exactly recommend buying the historic pack just for this. I recommend buying it for to be honest, all weapons, because they're just so good, to be honest. So the main drawback of this gun is actually what we're witnessing right now, which is the extremely slow reload. I would actually recommend getting the pistol skills, even just that 4 points for the reload, because I now generally get Kilmer aced, so the extra 4 points is really not much of an issue, to be honest, as I'm spending 12 on this exact same tier. So as things go, the extra 4 is not really a big issue, to be honest. But the main problem with this gun is that lengthy reload, and also the short magazine, so the reload has to be lengthy. But also in this build right now, I think it's I don't exactly know what the concealment is. I think it's about 20 something. It'll be in the right hand corner, but it's not exactly the best. I mean, this is obviously modded for just pure easy sight pictures at long range, so you can do long range shots like that. I mean, although you can do that with most pistols, but you can't exactly one shot with that pistol. This is a fantastic pistol. I really do enjoy using this. Concealment's particularly good when you literally don't use any concealment mods, when you don't use anything that takes away from concealment, so you don't use the grip or anything like that. You just use the short barrel, which gets it a maximum of, I think, 20 something or 26 something like that. So it'll be in the top right corner. So overall, I would rate this pistol a highly, yes, Chris would use this with low concealment on his dodge build type of deal. I mean, you're more than welcome to take it on a loud build, but with a loud build, like a loud non-dodge build, there's no point in really taking a pistol, to be honest, because you got all the other awesome full auto secondaries like the P90, and which has recently had some buffs and stuff. There's no point in really not using those. But as a dodger, I'd highly recommend this pistol. But as you see, the inconvenience of the slow reload is really slowing, well, obviously slowing us down, so it means I'm having to use melee, use my primary more. I mean, obviously this is not exactly the best example of either aim or yeah, just stand to either aim or how to use this, because this would be more of a hand cannon secondary with a very, very strong primary that can do a lot of bullets very quickly, like so akimbo pistols, etc. So you can do the high damage to the, you know, all the specials like the shields and the shields, tasers, bulldozers, snipers, etc. And then you'd have your akimbos or other high concealment weapon, like for instance the STG 553, the 553 for, you know, low tier cops and tan, and then high force response units, the brown guys that pretty much only work if you headshot them. So that's my overview of the good old, I forgot what it's called actually. Oh, what's it called? I mean, it's obviously single action army, but I don't know the actual. Oh, Peacekeeper 45. That's it. So guys, that's the official review of the Peacekeeper. This is my review of the Peacekeeper 45. So just go over very quickly. Slow reload, low concealment ish for the revolver category, considering you get like 30 from the other one, the Bronco. High damage. That's definitely a pro, not a con. High accuracy, of course. You can get very high stability, but with mods, spending a lot of money. Decent-ish concealment. I mean, I said it was a con. The concealment is a con, but you can get to decent, but you're sacrificing accuracy, thus usefulness. And then finally, the last con, or this makes no sense in order. The last con, get down, is this extremely slow reload. So guys, thank you very much for watching. This has been my review of the Peacekeeper 45. I hope you either, if you have it, if you have this gun, I would enjoy your review and your opinions of it. I'll talk to you later. Bye.